And Nikki is a beautiful Bichon Frise. I think actually she's a Bichon Bolognese. They're from Italy and they're a little bit bigger than the regular Bichon Frises, but you know, anyways. Alrighty, let me get a good angle. So, because Nikki's so big here, her mom likes for her to be as short as possible on the body and the chest and everything here. So we're gonna go really short and tight on the body. I'm gonna keep the legs, see those full legs? I'm gonna keep these legs big and full as possible so that, you know, she looks like she has sturdy legs rather than looking like she's on like sticks, like chicken legs. So, hey, hello from Ireland. What's up, Birdie? TG, what's up? How are you guys? So, this is Nikki. Look how beautiful she is. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Okay. But she has a lot of dump in the trunk. I'm just kidding. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do most of her body with the one comb, which is 1/2 inch or 13 millimeters. And then I'm gonna do the areas where I'm going to want to go a little shorter, like here on the neck and the chest, and then here on the rump, and you know, down here. I'm gonna go with the 2 comb, which is 3/8 of an inch. So a little bit shorter than this, 10 millimeters. So 3 millimeters shorter than what I'm gonna do here. So not that much of a difference, but it's gonna be just a little bit shorter here and here, just to kind of bring her in a little bit. Okay, so enough yapping. All right, keep it down over there, Sandra. I'm just kidding. Okay. So, okay, before the haircut, step 1 is build rapport. Obviously, I have a lot of rapport with Nikki here. We go way back. We go way back. Uh, did I miss the brushing? Yes. So step 2 would be the prep, and I spent about a good 2 hours just combing a lot of this, the dead coat, out. So this was all combed out before the bath. Then the bath and drying is the step 3 of my process. So now we're on step 4, we're on the last step. And by the time we get to this step, oh my God, I need a nap. No, I'm just kidding. No, by the time we get to this step, it's all easy now. All the hard work is done. All the labor-intensive work is done. Now, it's the most skill involved, but the easiest as far as labor, you know, as far as effort is put in. All the effort was put in before we got to this point. Her nails are filed, her ears are clean, her teeth are brushed, everything is done. And now all we have to do is just worry about the haircut, getting her nice and stylish, looking nice. Okay, so comb that out. Okay, Steel Texas Gal, hola. Whoa, that's a whole lot of hair, yeah. Not everybody can handle it. I was kidding. Alrighty. Here we go, girl. So, usually I would start like right here and leave a crest, but her mom doesn't really like that. They like her as short as possible here, even though it kind of makes it look like a Q-tip, you know, big pop out. But I'm gonna try to at least, you know, blend it a little bit here so it's not so much of a poof. But I'm gonna start a little bit closer. I usually start back here and go down, but I'm gonna start a little bit here and go down. Alrighty. So just gonna go down. See that? Like butter. So the clippers just go right through because of all the combing I did beforehand. So because the comb is not catching on anything, neither are the comb guards on the clippers. Okay. And while she's laying down, you know, I just like to get as much done as I can while she's laying down. Just try to work with the dog as much as possible, you know. While I was combing her for a couple hours, she was laying down the whole time, just enjoying it, loving life, you know. Who lives like this, Nikki? Who lives like you? No, I was kidding. But anyways, so I just try to make it as pleasant as possible. Most, like a real spa experience for the dogs. So, until I actually need her to stand up, I don't mind if she lays down. We'll get the top here. There we go. See, I went in kind of deep here. See that? I wouldn't normally with the Bichon. I would normally start back here and let it, But again, this is pet groom and owner preference. And that's what I like to do is I like to tailor the groom. So understand the breed standard, understand how the breed is supposed to be cut, but then you can tailor that. You can alter it, My mom's in alterations. But yeah, you can literally alter, you can tailor the breed standard cut to fit your client's, practical personal needs. There we go. Okay, so now that we got the body clipped, I'm gonna ask her to stand so I can get the underside. There we go. But see that? I mean, it's all the work that went in before I'm doing the haircut now. See, the comb just, even on the fine side, just goes right through. That was all of the effort. Now it's just easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask her to stand up. The way I ask her to stand up is I grab her and I was kidding. I'm just kidding. You put your hand either side. I like to put my hand underneath. There we go. There we go. And that's it. Okay. And then I'm gonna go through the neck here again with the shorter comb like I showed you. That's why I don't use my mask. I'm too busy blowing. Okay, so they started to catch a little bit right here, and it was really thick here earlier too when I was combing it out. So just comb in a little bit so it doesn't catch again. So even though I'm going to go through this area with the shorter comb again, just to keep everything nice and uniform, I'm going to go ahead and kind of set the shape, set the shape in with one comb. Okay. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I went back reverse on the armpits here. That's to keep all the hair down here in the armpit nice and clean and short. There we go. So anytime you go the opposite way, you're gonna get a shorter cut. So that's why I go opposite down here, so it's a little cleaner and a little shorter, keeps it. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we just did the body with the comb guard. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was using these angles as I was going. I wasn't just clipping any kind of way. I was going down this way like that, and then skimming off here, going this way like that. Then on the bottom, I went that way. Then here on the back area, I used this angle here, right? And then that way, and skimmed off. So I was going with the angle, natural angles of the dogs. And you probably didn't notice that because you're not a, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So, alrighty. Not an artiste like me. I couldn't resist. I started the joke, I stopped myself. Okay. Alrighty. Oh wow, there's a lot of comments here. Alrighty. What happened to the red clipper? Oh, I threw the red clipper away. Well, it's still at my house, but it's catching the hairs now. It's like, oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that, Nikki. Oh. So it was like catching on the hairs. So it's no good. Anyways, but it was only 35 bucks, you know. What's that? Delante Crittenden. Hey, what's up? The Super Taco. Nice. What's up? I love your grooming A. Oh, okay. At least it's not grooming B. She is so cute. Yes, it's Nikki. She's so cute, right? Okay. Modesty. Exactly. Modesty is actually one of my strongest points. I don't know if I've ever met anybody more humble than myself. Okay.
You're not shy either.
Yeah, yeah. Self-awareness is one of my key points too. Okay, so oh, so I'm gonna do the legs. Now again, I said I'm gonna try to keep the legs as long as possible. So, hey, what's up, Triple Lotus? I'm gonna use the green comb here. It's a C comb, 7/8 of an inch, or 22 millimeters. So, oh, you know what I forgot to do is do the 10 millimeters for the short area. So what I'm gonna do is to kind of bring out her neck and chest right here. See that? Now her neck is just that little bit shorter now, but because I did that, see that? Because I did that, now her chest has popped out and she has a nice neckline right there. See that? And when you look at her profile, she now doesn't look so long, right? She's got brought in like right there. Perfect. So now let's do the back end. Okay. There we go. So you can't really even notice it, but it just kind of tidied that area up just that little bit. See that? So now that area is nice and clean and tight. Now I'm gonna go down and there we go. Now that's nice and tight. And that was with the 2 comb, the 10 millimeter. Yeah, I guess 10 millimeter. Just remembered actually. Okay, so now we're gonna go 22 millimeters, 12 millimeters longer than the shortest point right there. Okay. So, but the body was 12 millimeters, so we're actually just doing 10 millimeters longer here than we are here. So the difference would be 10 millimeters. All right. There we go. See, we didn't take very much off, just a little bit, just the edges. And then here. There we go. That way it's nice and round and strong and sturdy. And then I'm gonna scissor that nice and straight. Alrighty. Oh, also the inside of the leg, I do like to go reverse on the inside to get a little bit shorter cut on the inside. There we go. So now that all the clipper work is done, it's time to get out our shears. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Sky Art? Thanks for the Japanese style, I think, neck shaving. Oh, okay. Is that Japanese style? Interesting. Okay, such a good dog, Nikki. So well, yeah, I love Nikki. Oh my goodness. All right. So this is my thinners. Here are my blenders. And here are my curve shears. Okay, June. What is your best brush comb for brushing out a Bichon, please? I love the Greyhound comb, just a regular Greyhound comb. I think you could find it on Amazon for as little as like $6-7. But anyways, so I guess let's start with the head, right? The head is the most fun part. Let's see here. Oops. Okay. Yeah, you're a YouTube star now, Nikki. Oh my goodness. All right, so what I like to do is I like to get in between the eyes first. So, and just a little tip, while I was drying her, I was constantly combing her hair up like that to train the hair to stand up. This is no hairspray, no product, all natural. I always tell people, if people only knew how hard it was to keep a dog looking natural. Okay, so you just want to constantly reinforce the hair, just keep training it to lay straight up like that by combing it in the direction you want it to lay. Okay, so that's a little tip for drying. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the hair in between the eyes out. I'm going to get my blenders. I'm just going to get under the eye. I don't want to get any of the hair here over the stop, because I'm going to use that hair to shape that Bichon head, the Bichon visor. So what I want is just that hair that's in front of the eyes and under that. See that? So I open up that eye there. And I'm just going to make a nice little round shape here for the muzzle right there. So now you can see that eye. Well, you can start to see it now. And the same thing for this side. Just comb the hair up. I'm going to get under that eye. And I'm going to try to be careful not to go up and scissor up here. I'm going to scissor down here, just in front of the eye and under the eye, because we want to keep all of this hair here. Okay, so I do anyways. You may not want to keep it, but I want to keep all that hair. Have something to work with. Okay. So now that I've got the eyes clear, well, in between the eyes clear, there we go. Okay, now now that I've got that combed out, I'm going to comb out the front of the, right in front of the eyes. And then I'm going to take my curved shears and I'm going to cut a V. So I'm going to go right there and cut that line there, flip the shears the other way, and then cut another line here. Can't really see it, huh? Maybe if you can go right above it. Okay, so right here, I'm gonna go here and cut right here, right? Now on the other side, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna cut right here, kind of like that. So when you look here, it's gonna make like a V. Right here is gonna make a V, all right? But when you see it, it might make more sense. So I'm gonna cut right into the corner of that eye. There we go. So we cut that line. Okay, now we're starting to get the start of our Bichon visor. Okay. There we go. Want it nice and close to that eye so that you can see that eye. See that? It opens up. Then you can comb this forward. There we go. So now, oh, see a little cowlick right there. There we go. Okay, there we go. So now that eye has opened up. You can see that eye now, right? Compared to this one. So now we're gonna do the same thing on this other side. There we go. There we go. So the idea is that you want the head to look nice and round, even when you look at it like this. So there we go. Okay, so now that I got the eyes, okay. So let me see if I can. You can see that. That's how it looks so far. Isn't that nice? So now you can see her eyes. I'm gonna open that up a little bit better. There we go. So that's where we're at so far. Hey, what's up, David T? David T is a bather starting his journey on becoming a groomer. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start blending the back of this head here with the neck, and then I'm gonna start rounding everything out. Okay, so what you can do is, you really, as long as you do the same thing every time, what I like to do is I like to start from the back here, but I just want to cover the camera angle here. Okay, so I'll do like this. So what I'm doing now is I'm treating the ear as part of the head, and I'm just gonna blend everything in and make it nice and round. Okay. So you picture a circle around the dog's head. You imagine a circle, like an imaginary line, and any hair that sticks out of that circle, that imaginary circle that you're seeing, you just snip those hairs. we go, we blend that. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing on this side. There we go. There we go. Whoa. Okay. There we go. So then, the way I like to clean up the muzzle here is I like to comb everything forward. And but by doing that, when you comb it back, you get a nice soft little round muzzle. Okay. And then I like to use my thinners here to kind of just blend everything together. Okay. That way you give it a nice little shape here. There we go. No, let me just, put this out there, a little disclaimer. This is just how I do a Bichon. This is not saying that this is how everyone should do a Bichon or how it's supposed to be done. This is just how I do it. There we go. So blend that all nicely. See, that way, even though we did bring it up a little bit higher, by blending it into the neck and giving her, still leaving a little bit of hair on the back of the skull there, just kind of gives it a little bit nicer look. Like the head just didn't pop out of nowhere. Like a Q-tip, you know? Okay. I just feel like the top here is a little bit too big. It's not really looking like a nice circle. So I'm gonna take a little bit off the top here. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, there we go. Let's clean that up a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. I wonder if I was exposed to someone who was exposed to mesothelioma, if I have a case there. Okay. The commercial, anyways. I was never exposed to mesothelioma, but maybe I can find someone who was and I can expose myself to him, get myself a case. Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So let me just show you guys. All right, buddy. Not buddy. All right, girl. See, that's interesting. The camera angle. Like when I look at through the camera, I see some more hair sticking out that I didn't see before. Like with the naked eye, it's not there, but with the camera, maybe it's just the exposure, the lighting. It's interesting. I think I'm gonna have to groom with the camera from now on. Okay. Right there, see, that's crazy. Okay. Okay. All right, that looks much better. All right, okay, there we go. Big old Bichon head. All right, let me see if I can shape it up a little bit better. David T says, I'm in the middle of my journey. Bred Havanese and canine behaviorist, adding grooming to my portfolio. Nice. I've been actively grooming for the past year. Specific clientele though, so just trying to be a sponge for knowledge. Nice, David T. And cool little fun fact, David T. The Havanese and Bichons are cousins. So Bichons originated from the Barbet. Barbet is a French water spaniel. And so they come from the Barbet. And they branched out, and I just learned this recently. So they branched out into, I think, 4 different kinds of Bichons. So there's the Bichon Frise, which we all know. Then there's the Bichon Bolognese. And like I said, that's the kind of bigger ones. You'll see a lot of them in Spain, from what I hear. I've never been to Spain. But from what I hear, you'll see a lot of them in Spain. But so the Bichon Bolognese, the Bichon Havanese, and the Bichon Maltese. And also there's the Bichon Tenerife, I think. But anyways, it's another island in the Mediterranean. But anyway, so yeah, I didn't know that before. But so even the Maltese technically is a Bichon, and I didn't know that. So that's why I always take photos after I'm done, so you can see what the fur. Yeah, exactly. See the fur sticking out. So, Triple Lotus is so cute. Do the owners of the dogs watch your videos with Nikki's? I think they do sometimes. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. And then what we can do, just to kind of open up the eyes a little bit more, just with my blenders, just get a little bit. Right there. And that way, see that? Just that little bit kind of opens up that eyes and the visor. Nice. Okay. So the reason why, even when I dried, after the bath, I dried her head first, you know, because the head is the most important piece of the groom. That's the part that everyone looks at. So this is the part that I kind of make the most fuss over. Because once the head is good, then everything else is kind of good. Alrighty, there we go. So there we go, see? Now that the head is nice and cute and round and smooth, now I'm just gonna round the feet. Sorry about that, girl. Now around the feet, and then she's pretty much done. So let's do that. Because most of the times when the owners look at their dogs after the groom, they're gonna look right at the head and be like, oh my God, you know? Okay. Alrighty. When you're drying, June, do you just comb as you dry? Yes, I comb as I dry because I'm using a hand dryer here rather than a force dryer. So I use this pin brush and I comb as I dry. Okay, so Nikki, should we start with your back feet or your front? Okay, alright. I guess we'll start with the back feet, that way she can sit down while we finish the front feet. Oh, neat little, so that's the scissor flip. And now I have the scissors right there, safe, and I can comb. See that? Isn't that cool? Okay. So this is a little trick I learned back in Nam. No, I was kidding. Oh man, this is a little trick I picked up recently watching Human Hairstylist, and they were doing the scissor flip, and I love it. So when I'm ready to use my scissors again, I can flip it back out like that, or I can flip it back out like that. But anyways, I thought that was really cool. So I've already shaved the pads before the bath. Now let's go really close on the pads here. Okay. And then, flip. And then you can see that. Okay. And that way, the scissors are always away from the dog. You see that? It's hidden right there. So that way, as I'm combing, it's never a danger to the dog. And then when I need to use it again, bam, it's right there. Isn't that awesome? Shoot, scissor flip, baby. Alrighty, I may not be the first dog groomer to have done it, but I did look on YouTube and I, searched and I couldn't find it, so, But I didn't make this up, I found it from other human hairstylists. So I'm not an innovator, but I may be a pioneer, baby. Okay. So. go. So I'm just scissoring a little bit just to kind of, you know, blend everything, make it look nice and straight and smooth. There we go. There we go. Now, oh, nice. Okay. Wow, isn't that cool? The scissor flip? I can't get over how cool this is. Anyways, okay. So bam, bam. I don't know if you guys could hear the TV, but okay. Okay. So, sometimes my scissors will catch, so you just gotta wipe them off. Okay. Oh, can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, see, that's a bad habit. That's what I used to do before I did the scissor flip. I used to put my scissors down, comb, and then pick my scissors back up. But in the meantime, sometimes I would knock it off with the scissor, you know, anything could happen. So now I can just flip it, and that way it's tucked there safe, comb, and then flip it back out. And there we go. There we go. And we flip it. So when you flip it, what you're doing is you're catching it with your pinky. See that? So when you flip it, you use your pinky and you flip it in, and then you catch it like that. Okay. There we go. show you what I'm doing over here. So here I like to go nice and tight, nice and clean. So just scissor that nice, tight. And then, that's my feet. Okay. So there we go. And I'm following the same angles I showed you earlier with the clipper comb guards. I'm following the same angles with my scissors so that when I cut, the cut angles will highlight the natural angles of the dog. So as long as you're working with the natural angles of the dog, you can never go wrong. Okay. There we go. Now same thing on this side here. Again, flip. That way I can wow, it's still thick over here. Okay. Now when I pick up the foot and I scissor around the pads, I'm doing just around the pads, flat. And then when I put the foot down, that's when I'm gonna, let me go back around here so you can see. So when I bring it back around, or put the foot back down, then I'm gonna go ahead and scissor the round shape. Create those little bevels. Go. Go. Okay. Okay. Okay, so see that foot nice and round. If she stands up, that would be nice and round too. See that? It's a nice little round feet, nice little round head. There we go. She's good. I mean, I could fix up. Shoot. There we go. I can fix up right here a little bit. I can see a little bit, but other than that, I mean, hey, look at that. She's got a nice little Bichon visor, right? There we go. She's all clean and silky and soft. Alrighty, so let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Oh wow, all these. Okay, Sky. I saw Nikki's owner sitting there playing. Oh no, that's not Nikki's owner. That's Nikki's babysitter, Sandra. Sandra, say hi. You're famous.
Whether I want to be or not.
Sandra's my friend. Actually, she owes me money. No, I'm just kidding. Not that kind of friend. So, Alan Powell says, "Hey June, hope all is well. Thank you so much." Skyar, when you're drying, June, do you just comb as you dry? Yes. Must stretch hair. Beautiful marshmallow grooming there. Awesome. When I saw your first show that recently, it's a lot smoother now. You've been practicing. Oh, nice. Yeah, the nice scissor flip. The shear slinger. Fastest clip in the West. Not really. Brushing down. Must brush up because get all the hair to stand, make your shave. Yeah, I guess so. But, you know, that again, this is just how I do it. This is not how other people should do it. Thank you. Easy Malone says, groom goes from knee to tip of toe to make bell. Okay, straight down. Awesome. I can hear your scissors. Oil. Okay. You can brush down also. You can pull the hair right. Yeah, I mean, I okay. Oh, it doesn't matter. Ears meet chin to bell. Okay. Oh, right there. Hold that, Nikki. Hold it, hold it. There we go. I see all these hairs sticking out now. Okay. Anyways. Okay. What a cute little fluff baby. So she really is. Dog steep on blade blood. Okay. I have a short-haired dog who sheds a lot. Any advice? Yes. Just brush. Lots of brushing. CD, I'm so glad you're doing a Bichon. Still intimidated. Okay. Smash the like button. Thank you, Alan. Triple Lotus says, awesome job. Thanks for showing this. Yeah. And again, who is that? Easy Malone. Like Easy Malone pointed out, you know, this is not how you're supposed to do it. Like, I guess if it's a show groom, you're supposed to comb up like that. And then you scissor straight down. You know? Oh yeah, and then my scissors need oil because you can hear them. But it's all good. And these here, you can actually hear them because it has no stopper. Oh, and my Red Robins, my straight shears, look at that. So, hashtag rule breaker. Show me a list of rules and I will break them with pleasure. All of them. This YouTube channel even, the way it's grown, you know, I do everything wrong. Right, okay. And then as far as in the grooming industry as well, I never won a competition. I never was published in any of the magazines, and none of my articles were published. I don't get really any kind of recognition from any kind of, you know, recognized groomer out there in the industry. You know, I took the very non-traditional route. There's a route that you take, a certain route that you follow if you want to become a successful groomer in the grooming industry. I took a completely opposite route and walked a completely different way. And I took the road less traveled, and that has made all the difference. But seriously, you have people who will criticize everything you do, you know, and you have people who you know, you have like protectors of the status quo. You have to do things a certain way, you know, because it's the way it's always been done. But I like to challenge the status quo, and I like to do things my own way. because I'm an artist. And I don't know, I think I've always just kind of been like that. I've been getting much better at it now, but it's like if I was about to go do something and someone tells me to go do it, all of a sudden I don't want to do it. Even if it was something that I was going to do anyways. And now I still go ahead and just do it because, you know, I realize I'm not going to let somebody affect me like that. But yeah, it's, I've always kind of been a rule breaker. I've always kind of liked to do things my way. And if anything, I'd like to inspire you, if you're watching this, to do things your own way as well. Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right, Nikki. Alrighty. David T says, I don't know if you saw my message at 2:15, a little background that I'm not doing traditional route either. Yes. Okay, so there we go. Oh, I see a little bit sticking out right there. There we go. There we go. And that's why I really like archery, especially that instinctive shooting, the natural bow archery, because there's no one style. You know, they say just as long as you're consistent, as long as you can do the same thing every time. And see, that's the thing. My clients, you know, they don't know if I combed up or if I combed down or if I oiled my scissors or not. All they know is that they like the results that they get. And that's the thing. The market pays for results, not reasons. You can give them all the reasons why, you know, why you couldn't give them the results that they want. But really, as long as you can give them the results they want, you know, people pay for reason. I mean, people pay for